welcome back to the Disney Treasure. Today we are, well, first off, look at this lovely view.
Yes, and I'm here too. And I've got a new t-shirt that I designed.
Very
It was
nice.
based off my friend Rowley's cat Globby, and then I made it all like artsy.
Very nice. We are going to Grand Cayman today, which is one of the Cayman Islands, and I can't remember the name of the town. Georgetown?
Georgetown.
We are going to get some breakfast in the restaurant this morning, show you a bit of that, have a little explore.
We don't have plans on that on Georgetown. We're just going to be nosy and mooch.
Yeah.
Little moo-moo-shrew.
Some people do like to do excursions every single day of the trip, but we made the mistake of booking too many excursions on one cruise.
Yeah, and some of them were like up at the crack of dawn. Although
Yeah.
we did actually get up early today by accident. It was 7:50, was it?
Something like that, yeah.
Which we were going to have a lie-in, but we were just like, let's just go.
Yeah. So, don't over-plan. That's what my advice is if you're coming to book a Disney cruise. Well, let's get started. We are going to pop off in Georgetown.
Never mind, as you were.
Another one bites the dust. Into the unknown. No. It's a no from me. Something I have never seen on Disney Cruise Line. An entire bank of elevators is out of service. We don't know if that's deliberate. We don't know if they're, for example, using them for excursions or something because they have to tender in Grand Cayman. We don't know if there's other steps that need to be done. But
What happens if I have a bad leg day?
well, then you'd have to go to the other elevator bank.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Ooh, nice view.
Which is great because we will be probably docking while we're in here.
So they always have one restaurant that's open for table service breakfast, typically from 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. being seated. You can stay in here till 10. They have some chilled out selections, children of all ages, from the griddle, eggs, omelettes, you can create your own, and then signature breakfasts and any additions that you'd like as well. I asked for a glass of ice, and then they kindly put some coffee in it, so I just made myself a little iced coffee. Gary's gone for an English breakfast tea.
English breakfast tea, my classic apple juice.
Can you see what cruise line that ship is? Oh no, well, yeah, I'm asking a guy with no eyes to see.
Chubby something?
We have worked out it's celebrity cruises, not chubby cruises.
From a distance it looks like chubby cruises. I ain't got my glasses on. Look. Doesn't that look like if you blow your eyes, chubby cruises?
Sure.
That's me.
Gary's gone for Mickey waffles, little strawberry whip there, some salad.
Fruits.
I've gone for a build your own. I asked for some toasted English muffins, cheese, tomato, and poached egg. It all came in segments, so I've had to build it myself, but this is one of my favourite things to have. That's a lovely shot, isn't it?
Do you know what would be really lovely?
What?
If that chair was in the middle. And am I tempted to go out there and put it in the middle?
No. Special thanks to Maisie. The tendering process on the Disney Treasure is a little bit different. You go to the Walt Disney Theatre, sit there, and wait to be disembarked in groups. So I think that's why the lifts were closed. So basically that way they can control who's going down to the gangways and making sure they're not too crowded. It means that you're sat down whilst you're waiting for your tender group, which is good. In the Grand Hall, they're currently doing the Princess Gathering. You need to book this 30 days prior to your sale date. So it's not like the other ones where you can book them 120 days and 60 days before. You do have to make sure you set a reminder to book this exact experience. It is free, but limited availability and goes quite quickly. We've come up to the open decks. Bug's Life is currently playing, but this is Grand Cayman. So we don't pull alongside, we are going to be tendering today. You can see the Celebrity Reflection there, and we take these little white boats over to the mainland to go and explore.
Well, it's a burner.
It's hot today.
The water's out.
Worth noting the Aquamouse is dead on port days first thing in the morning. This is about 10:30. No line. the MSC Seascape next to us. And here you can see the tender boats getting ready to take guests off. Also worth noting, the adults only area is very quiet in the morning as well on a port day. So if you don't happen to be getting off the ship, come for a little dip. Right, we're going to go and check in at the Walt Disney Theatre.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Everyone heading ashore independently?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Is our entire party here?
Yep.
Awesome. And do we both have room keys?
Yes.
And photo IDs?
Yes.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're all set.
Hello.
Good morning, friends. You're just going to head all the way down this road. Just fill in every available spot for me.
Thank you.
Now, for those of you that were here at the front, you guys heard pretty much some graduation style. So go ahead and make sure you have everything you need. Front row, stand on up. And you're going to be my line leader, man. You're going to head up this side staircase. And my friend Taylor, she's going to be at the top of the stairs, and she's going to meet you, and she's going to walk you down to the forward gangway.
We were the second to last family to leave. We're going on.
made it.
It's like that film, The Island. You get to go to the island. Hooray!
But doesn't the island end bad?
Yeah, but I'm with you, so.
No.
Based on today's track record, we'll be lucky if we survive today.
There's been loads of things. At one
Things
point,
that haven't caught on the camera.
At one point, I put my bag on the side in the toilet, and it activated the water.
As in, he put his bag in the sink, and then was wondering why the sink turned on.
But I grabbed it just in time, like cat-like reactions.
I've said I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of paperwork at the end of the day. They do have a screen as you're disembarking to show you what time the all aboard time is. Thank you. Thank you.
Back seat in the back. Bigger seats down.
If you are in a wheelchair or need to use elevators in order to get off the ship, they do have a separate waiting space for you at the front of the Walt Disney Theatre on the right-hand side on this cruise. So you'll just wait there, and cast members will then escort you to the appropriate place. It looks like with the ramp, they can board you on the top deck and then just have you in that area. If you are unsteady on your feet, I might recommend going via the accessible route, because going downstairs and everything, you do have to do quite a few. And the boats can be quite rocky. We're very lucky that today it's not really moving that much, but the ship's right there. How cool is that?
Reach out and touch.
No. Oh. Please keep your hands and arms inside the boat at all times. It's the one rule of every Disney thing.
There's the ship.
Bye!
Bye.
Here is an example of the accessible ramp they'll use. So every other guest on the ground floor will get off on the steps just here. But then if you're on the top deck with a wheelchair, you would come down the ramp here and then make sure the boat pulls up to one of those. Is at this stage you may need to be careful of your footing because the boat is moving as you're disembarking. Thank you. That was actually very calm and efficient, which was a better experience than I've had tendering on other cruise lines. I think it sometimes depends on the port and the facilities they have as well as to how smooth it's going to be and how efficient it's going to be. But based on today in Grand Cayman, good. Hi. Once you get on shore, the port adventures are all lining up and getting ready to depart. We're going to just wander into town though. Gary's looking at his phone trying to take a picture and go, have I turned the brightness down? Oh.
It's definitely one of them days.
Little pro tip for you, when you arrive on a tender or a coach transfer into town on a cruise, I recommend going into Google Maps and just leaving a pin on where you are when you get here, just so you can make your way back if you're exploring by yourself. If for any reason you don't have cell service and you can't leave a pin, I recommend looking out for tall landmarks that you can find your way back to, or things of significance that the locals would know.
What's that church?
The United Church.
The United Church. So ask locals for the United Church because it's right opposite it. No.
Rooster.
future.
The chicken whisperer strikes.
Just a short walk from the port to the right as you exit, there is this shopping mall area. So if you're looking for shops like Pandora, sunglasses, Caribbean t-shirts, that sort of thing, it's pretty accessible from the drop-off of the tender boats. This whole area does look and feel very new, with lots of brands that you're familiar with. They have got the older town further back, and they are looking like they're doing some expansion to improve the pedestrianisation of this area as well. Is it a lizard or is it a leaf?
A giant lizard it is!
Well, technically it's neither, it's actually an iguana. The native animal to the Caribbean. They have multiple different colours.
Do it the Mexican way!
Simple things, simple minds. We've been walking for a bit. It is predominantly industry in this area. There's some shops and restaurants towards the port, but it's mainly office buildings and stuff. Come to the Cayman Islands and the busiest thing we've seen is Starbucks.
And that sums up the experience. It's so, like, American-y eyes.
We were, like, talking about how, you know, most of the stuff they're getting here is imported. And it is brands that you would recognise as well. So, I mean, there's the Houses of Parliament over there. This square is on the list of points of interest that we were looking at last night. You've got the Houses of Parliament there, a library, and a polling station, by the looks of it. Oh, it's a memorial. Yeah, so, if I'm honest, not a lot to see. If you want to see the island, you kind of need to do an excursion. We weren't necessarily bothered about doing an excursion today because we did one yesterday. But if, for example, you're going to Grand Cayman and you want to see Grand Cayman, I do think an excursion is the way to go.
So this is their war memorial?
War memorial, yeah. It looks like the one from the Haunted Mansion.
On theme for Port Pirate Night tonight on the ship.
Spot a Leona Lewis. Don't know the lyrics.
This is the place of underappreciated divas. Toni Braxton, then Leona Lewis. This place knows the rules.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a little moo moo sharoo. There's a crossing guard here who literally just shouts "cross" at the top of his lungs when it's time for guests to go across. Cross!
Is that what the man said?
Yeah. In heading back to the ship, we had to scan our cruise cargo and the officers there, just to make sure that we are going to the right ship. And we're in a line to then head back. If going ashore yourself on a tender port, I do recommend trying to travel in the non-busy times. That way you'll save yourself a long line when you're going back to the ship. Today our last tender boat is at 5:30, but I'd recommend trying to get on board about an hour before then. There's only 4 people going back to the ship at this time, which is, you know, it's been open for a couple of hours. So it just shows how many people are going on excursions and having a look around and that kind of stuff.
Shows how important the excursions are, though.
Yeah.
By the amount of people that have booked excursions.
Yeah. From the moment of boarding the tender, that process took about 10-20 minutes. But it is a very, like, it's quite a nice experience going out in the wind and stuff like that, as long as you don't mind your hair getting ruined. Thank you very much.
That guy, what is that?
Hello. Ow! Oh, just hit my elbow.
There's no longer the requirement to head to the Walt Disney Theatre. Now the next available tender boat will be leaving from the Deck 1 aft gangway area. So make your way all the way to the aft of the ship and take the elevators and the stairs downstairs to deck number 1.
It is lovely, lovely and empty here in the marketplace. So we've got the chef's counter here. Signature choices today. Hello! We've got chicken tikka, chicken teriyaki, salmon teriyaki, the kids counter, chicken tenders, fries, breaded fish. This is the exact same menu as we had on embarkation day, so I'm wondering...
Very nice.
Very nice, good. I'm wondering if they do like a rotation of 3 or 4 menus and we just happen to have come back on the same menu as what embarkation day was. I suspect if we come in tomorrow lunchtime it'll be different.
la 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 la. Anyway,
What did you get?
this is a raspberry tartlet. I've got the oatmeal and raisin cookie just to try it. That was out of frame for a reason, so people don't think I got two. Very nice. They never miss on the dessert.
Out of 5?
4.
I've gone for a chocolate ice cream with vanilla sauce. I was watching back our embarkation day from The Wish, and I had that. And the second I saw it, I was like, oh, ooh, I could do with one of those. Now I have it. Did you enjoy Marceline Market?
Lovely.
Very nice. We're now going to have a little explore and see if we can walk along the ship, but we want to do so in the shade, so not that way. This way. Ooh. So we've come up the stairs from deck 4. We are now on deck 5, and we're going to go up the stairs again to the front of the ship on deck 6. So this is closed whenever the ship is sailing. This is for safety reasons. But whenever the ship's in port and it's not too windy, you can come out to the very, very front of the ship. That's the bridge. Ooh, it's cooking! You can see down into the rainforest room there. Thankfully there's no guests in shot. And the hidden Mickey in front of the ship. Disney Cruise Line flag. And the very, very front of the ship with a massive security camera. I'm flying, Jack! I'm flying! In the event of man overboard, you would throw one of these into the water. Now, it's not necessarily to help the person find it, it's actually to track whereabouts they are.
Oh.
Because as long as that's in the water, they can
See whereabouts
they are. So even if the person doesn't catch it, it is still worth throwing it in. We also have water fill stations as you're going around, quite handy. They have a Disney Vacation Club booth on board, so if you're looking to join Disney Vacation Club, you can do it whilst you're on the ship. You can sometimes get some credit as well if you do so whilst you're on board. It depends on the office that they have at the Walt Disney World site as to whether or not it's beneficial doing it on the ship, but you can always ask and find out what is going if you were already interested in Disney Vacation Club. But they've got some models here. And this very cool fun thing as well. We can go to my home resort, Riviera. Ooh! It's my house! Just hearing Gary trying to take a picture.
Wait till he goes. Wait till he goes.
So I just found out something interesting. So they have an Imagineering tour, like a making of the ship tour.
Oh, good.
But you have to book it at guest services at the moment.
You booked it?
Because it's so popular. It's full for today and tomorrow.
Right.
But she said the next one's at 3 p.m. They're meeting at the J Cafe. And she said it's worth going along because people book it and they don't turn up.
Right.
So hopefully if there's space, then we can squeeze in. And also with how quiet the ship is, I imagine not many people are going to turn up.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But this will be like a walking tour of the ship, so hopefully we get to show that today. We were just talking to a cast member at the lobby and she's given us some fun facts about the lobby. So the staircase is actually meant to look like a waterfall, and this is all water that we're standing on the carpet. That is supposed to symbolise Jasmine's fountain. And then there's a bird here, which is meant to be the lucky bird from, I think, a song in Aladdin, I want to say. This peacock mosaic over here has 53 feathers, and those are a nod to the song in Aladdin where they talk about 53 peacocks for Prince Ali. all these mosaics on board as well actually made on the ship. So instead of being made and then brought on board, they were actually made whilst the ship was sailing from Papenburg, Germany to its final itinerary and the maiden voyage. We've arrived at the Skipper Society to get a spot for the quiz. We have learnt that if a quiz is on in the Skipper Society, you need to come really early because the tables go very quickly.
And this is our Disney Parks Trivia!
Yay!
Well, thank you for coming. What is the dog's name in the Carousel of Progress? Is it A, Spot, B, Rover, C, Champ, or D, Buddy? I think that might be a table. Oh, do you? Oh, alright. Are you a mechanic?
You're just happy to be here, aren't you, Gary?
Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion attraction was an actual Walt Disney Imagineer. Is that true or is that false? I'll go 50-50 chance.
We got 15 out of 20, which I'm pretty proud with. Gary wasn't feeling up for the walking tour, but I'm going to see if I can get into the tour. I'm hoping that someone hasn't turned up. Thankfully there was a cancellation, so I managed to squeeze myself in. Got a little earpiece that we can hear the tour guide with.
This piece right here is actually from Pixar Animation Studios. Around the ship you'll also find we have some from Disney Animation Studios, some from artists at Disney Publishing, from Walt Disney Imagineering artists, and then my favourite pieces typically are made by contemporary artists who've reimagined some Disney stories for us. Spot of our little action figures.
Oh!
Disaster!
Oh, you can just about see him. There's Peter Pan.
He's actually right in the centre, his left hand.
Ah.
And it's actually forming a really difficult spot.
These are the little scent machines that create the smells around the ship. So if you ever want to get a good whiff, just go for that.
So that 718 I was talking about, firstly, is mentioned just in that back bar just there. You'll see that pressure vault right in the centre, that big pressure vault. And that has all of the ship numbers from all of the ships in the fleet. 718 for the treasure. And the number just before it, I don't have my glasses on, but I'm pretty sure it's 706. That's actually the number for the Disney Destiny. So the treasure actually surpassed the Destiny in its making. I believe it was supposed to come first, the Destiny, but it didn't. That's why it's like in that order. There's also some coordinates on there, and those are the coordinates of the Meyerwerft shipyard in Papenburg, Germany. That's where the treasure was originally built.
This art is to symbolise the Disney treasure joining the fleet, and they have a similar piece of art on every ship.
The next thing, there are some small representations of crew areas on this piece. So you'll see some officer cabins, regular cabins, and a small barbery down here, a station, a laundrette, a gym.
It's pirate night on the Disney treasure, but we are going to Palo this evening.
Hello! You caught me quite unaware.
I got some good tips for you.
I was considering changing my t-shirt to Chip and Dale, meeting them in 15 minutes.
Well, you do you. If you want to meet Chip and Dale, go for it.
I don't know.
I can order a cheese plate in that time.
You can. I've done many things.
Have you done many things in an hour?
I've drawn Hook, and I also caught the show where they guess the characters. Hello and welcome to Gary Cam. I am in the Skipper Society to put my teeth in, and I'm going to be doing the Learn to Draw. Adam has gone on the walking tour, so you'll be seeing that.
Now let's go to the top of the head. We're going to connect that hat to the head.
Ta-da!
This first person is not quite a pirate, but they do have a very good sense of adventure. Well,
All the kids are shouting out Peter Pan. I think it's Peter Pan. Let's have a look who the character is. Yay! It's Peter Pan!
As it's pirate night, we have been gifted some bandanas. Oh, hashtag gifted. We're not doing the pirate night thing today.
But that's a new version of that.
It is. It's got Captain. Oh no, it is Mickey. Oh no, there's Minnie.
But they're different.
They are. They look different, don't they? Yes. Unfortunately, Gary hasn't got a spectacular outfit this time. But I am sure with future.
Should I tell them what I was gonna do?
No, because you will be doing that on the next one, I'm sure. And yes, there's a next one. Guess that Disney film.
I saw you getting.
Did you get it? We have had banana milkshakes from the Wheezies Freezies, and now someone is
Man
getting
down.
ready for bed.
Man down.
Don't be down for too long, we've got Palo soon.
I'm just so weak.
After you. Irish jig.
Jiggity jiggity. Oh look. No photos to be taken, you may see. Done it.
This is the benefit of us doing this all on Embarkation Day.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Welcome. Oh, this lights up at night.
I like the glass behind the mirror, behind the bar.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening, how are you?
How are you?
Very well, thanks. Oh, this is lovely, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I've sat in one of these tables before, you can hear everything. Can you dim it?
I dim it a little bit. Yeah.
Can you?
You can dim it a little bit.
No way, that's so cool.
And you can turn it on.
Oh.
Wow. We have the menus. We've been seated in this curved booth at the back of the restaurant.
The sound creator.
Yeah, well, it's a sound creator and a sound listener. So if you're, I was on a solo trip once and had a lovely time listening to what other people were talking about. But it also means that whatever we say goes back out that way. So no singing, Gary, sing. Gary picks up the menu and goes, oh, is this the drinks menu? And I go, no, that's the water menu, Gary. So if you're looking to choose, we've gone for the classic tap. Very fancy.
On the Wish and the Treasure, we're now considered a steakhouse. So we do still have the beautiful Italian cuisine that all of our ships have, but we now have an extended steak selection. So if you are going to enjoy steak this cruise, tonight is the night to do it. Just below that, we have the soft potato gnocchi. And this gnocchi is actually the only pasta that is made fresh here on the Treasure.
Oh wow!
By our very own
That's
Chef
cool.
Matteo right here in Palo. And
Oh, we know Chef Matteo. He was on the Wish.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
We had him.
Look at you, so elegant. A rosé regale, Coke Zero.
I don't drink, but this is my... I'm not a drinker.
Not much of a drinker.
But this is my favourite alcoholic drink. And I have 2 bottles of it at home that I've had since Christmas and my birthday, 2023.
So I've advised he should probably open
drink them
those.
because I'm like, oh, it's special. So I should probably drink them. But it's just like sweets in a glass.
We've been served an amuse-bouche, which is a deep-fried gnocchi with a mushroom sauce. Our lovely server Jen knew that I wasn't a mushroom person, so I've got a tomato sauce. How lovely! Right before Gary was about to bite into his thing, I said, I know exactly what you're going to say. And he's bit into it, and then he was like...
And I went to say, oh, wow.
Whenever he likes something. And we've been to Palo 4 times now?
Together, yeah.
And every time he gets it, he goes, oh, wow.
But I purposely kept my mouth shut.
The bread service has arrived. We have got a garlic pizza bread, some breadsticks and some cheddar breadsticks. I have gone for the caprese and drown it. All over it. A little bit of balsamic. Oh, look at that. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, enjoy.
And then Gary's gone for the jumbo shrimp and calamari, no calamari. So I think you've actually got 2.
So I've had the calamari, but no calamari. But the 2 of the shrimp instead, I think. This is amazing. I just cut into the shrimp. And you know, like shrimp is like, it just went straight through it. Like, and it's so soft.
Big enough portion?
Seared cherry tomatoes on there as well.
Wow, thank you so much. I was telling our server Jen about how one time we came to Palo, I was telling the server how much I enjoyed the gorgonzola with the gnocchi that they did as an amuse-bouche for me. And then they came out with a full meal for it. And so I think she's spoken to the chef and kind of gone for the same thing, but she's brought like this massive portion. There's way more than I think you would get in the normal gnocchi dish, but it looks incredible. Can't wait to try it. And then Gary's got the agnolotti, the one that we absolutely love.
Yes, so
butternut squash
this is
pasta.
actually a lot for me because I remember how filling this is. So if you want to have one of the things...
Oh, I'm sure I can take one off your hands, but I will be covered if not. So this is basically just the normal gnocchi dish with a gorgonzola sauce as far as I'm aware. Can confirm. Very delicious.
Oh yeah?
5 out of 5, yeah.
5 out of 5 for everything. Absolutely perfect.
Paolo, you're doing good. I've gone for the chocolate souffle, and we have a layered carrot cake.
6 layers, but it's also a masterpiece.
So we've got a non-alcoholic version of the limoncello. This is lemon sorbet with a bit of Sprite. And she said, don't shot it, because you'll get a brain freeze. Bit sour, isn't it?
Like 1,000 sour Skittles crushed.
You just walk straight in. I was like, oh, look at that view. And then Gary's like, what? The moon and the reflection on the sea. Little card.
Oh, no animal yet.
Oh, it's because it's a person.
No.
A pirate person with gold medallion earrings.
Oh.
That's good, isn't it?
And cool glasses. Where'd you get them from?
5-star plus.
5-star plus.
5-star plus was Palo.
Palo. So good.
So good. Our server, Jen, was amazing. The food was incredible. You had your rosé regale.
I had my little rosé regale. That's me not going to drink now for like 6-7 months.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
The amuse-bouche at the start was probably my favourite thing about it, which is funny, kind of set the tone of what we were going to have. And
I love the atmosphere in there. It's so just
peaceful, chill, and it felt like a very nice premium experience. And even though I tipped on top of what I'm about to tell you, with everything we had on the a la carte menu, we didn't have the prefix.
We just did the pay-as-you-go one.
Yeah, plus the 18% gratuity came to $28. So bear in mind, if we didn't have the credit taken off, it would have been $128. But when you make it up the Castaway Club scheme,
yeah,
it's a really nice perk.
That's because you're platinum.
Platinum, yeah, platinum and pearl get that. So, without further ado, it is Pirate Night. We have made ourselves a little bit more casual. Let's go back out into the wild.
I mean, I've undone a button.
And untucked your shirt, maybe.
Yeah, I've untucked my shirt and undone a button. Cash.
I've gone for the legs.
Ooh, she's giving legs.
Legs for days. I have put some guy liner on. Gary has got his bandana around his head. I've got mine around my neck. Oh, it's quite quiet during second dinner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Little fun fact for you. On the piano here, see this paw print right here?
Yeah.
One of the Imagineers' cats, Jackson, passed away whilst they were building the treasure, and that's Jackson's paw print. Little Disney treasure coaster napkins. Very cute. This looks like they've got a ship-wide non-alcoholic menu, which is really nice. So they had one non-alcoholic menu that was specific to the Sky Cat Cafe, but these are the other non-alcoholic options that you can have whilst you're on the treasure.
This is the No Way Frosé. Bottoms up. It's like a fake rosé, but if rosé was a slush puppy.
This is the bright and sunny non-alcoholic rum ginger beer lime. Cheers. It's predominantly ginger beer, but it's nice. We have come up to the adults only deck. We are hoping that this is the perfect way to see a little bit of the show and the fireworks, because last time we tried to watch the fireworks, this all got in the way because we were down there. Well, we're halfway there. Very hushed living on a prayer. This is a copyright song. Woo, this is cool. Occasional vibrations, a little bit of light dancing. Where are we heading, Gary C?
We're heading to Match Your Matey, not Match Your Mate. That was very Larry and aggressive.
So basically, this is like the Match Your Mate. Not newlyweds. What do you call it?
Know your partner sort of
Know
thing.
Your Partner game, but they're doing
Mr.
like
and
a
Mrs.
pirate
it's called.
version. Oh, we've got some front row seats available. I popped behind us to the Periscope pub to pick us up a drink each. I would maybe recommend against doing this because for these 2 drinks, with an 18% gratuity, came to $6, which for 2 cans of soda is quite expensive. Fun fact for you, in the metal arch that's over the screen, there are 5 hidden Mickeys. I can point one out to you right now, right there. See if you can find the rest if you happen to come on board. We're only about 5 minutes from showtime. It is already pretty much full. It's full upstairs for sure. There are some seats downstairs that are at the back, but if you want to come and see the show, you do need to come early. I actually think some of these more popular shows, like even the quizzes that are in society... Focus! These people need to know the things. The Skipper Society. I feel like some of the things just need to be moved to bigger venues.
Mm-hmm. But it's so popular.
Yeah.
Reclaim this lounge for Davy Jones. Welcome to our game show now. Match your matey.
Very good. Okay. I see this is the sleeper section. Don't worry. Okay, let's get straight to it. I'm looking for couples that have known each other for 2 years or less.
I don't like to vlog the Match Your Mate when guests are up because whilst they may have decided to go on the stage, they haven't necessarily decided to be seen in front of thousands of people on the internet. So you'll have to believe me, there's people getting on the stage right now.
Match Your Matey was good fun.
Yes, very, very good.
I might recommend that... I think Match Your Mate is easier to understand for the couples because a lot of they were saying like, where did you first find the booty and stuff like that, and they were like, what? So there was a miscommunication at times.
There was lots of miscommunication, but it was still fun.
But they've got some funny answers, and there's always a bit of TMI in that, which is always good fun. I've just come to show Gary the cricket.
Oh, it's here.
Just walking down the corridor, we found a hidden Mickey.
Left leg in.
Watch out for the trolley. Thank you. Another day on the treasure complete. Nice day. We actually did more than I thought we would today.
Yeah, we did.
Grand Cayman. I wouldn't go out of your way. If I'm honest.
Unless you booked a trip.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you want to see the island, you do have to book an excursion. There wasn't really much to see in the port, if I'm honest. But
the famous 7 Mile Beach, we just spoke to someone that did the excursion, and they said, good, but there's not a lot there.
If you're going, you go for a beach, basically.
Yeah.
The tendering process was actually really seamless, and it was good for us to do the off-peak times.
Yeah, it was good because we were one of the first on, so we got
Mhm.
to have a look around the town before all the ships were unloading. And
because there was 3 ships in today, and I can imagine if you had more than 3 ships, it would be very busy everywhere.
Anything else?
Oh, no. So Palo was really nice. I think Palo is probably the highlight. I don't know where I went then. I'm tired, actually. I'm ready for bed. We haven't stayed out this late, actually, so far. The fireworks are great, and the fireworks are nice to see, and it's a very unique thing. It's Disney Cruise Line is the only cruise line that is allowed to do fireworks because they have fireworks that turn into fish food.
Fabulous.
We are going to wrap it up here, but we will join you for next week's video aboard the Disney Treasure. So in the meantime, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the future. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.